All right, take 20. Good morning, everybody.
I lost my seed phrase, but the support's not getting back to me.
Yeah, that's fine. You're probably safe.
Probably don't hear it.
Good morning, everybody. It is April 10th. It is Saturday, and right now we're going to take a quick look at Ethereum, see what the price action is telling us. There's a bunch of things going on, but the main thing is that Ethereum broke out of a nice resistance we've been talking about right today. So, Brendan.
Yes, no, absolutely. We're forming a potential bull flag here, right up against resistance if we zoom out a bit. So we were in this downward moving channel as we described yesterday, but on a more macro scale, we're within this ascending bullish channel here, and we're testing the upper extremities now. So we're expecting a bit of a pullback here. So let's discuss some key support levels where we could find support. I want to first highlight these two price target ranges from about 2100 to about 2110. There's a nice spike in volume, nice cluster of sideways price action, and as well the $2,075. We got a bunch of clusters of EMAs, the 21 EMA on the 4 hour and 100 EMA on the 1 hour. Coinciding with a bunch of volume. So we think these are likely the two areas that Ethereum could find support on this retracement and from this rejection from the upper channel here.
Yeah, and the reason we're actually starting with those, with mentioning those support levels, because if we're looking at a very big macro scale here, we can see how Ethereum's been stuck in this, upward channel. We know exactly where the resistance is. We know exactly where we anticipate buyers to start stepping into the market and pushing the price back upwards. So right now we're at the upper extremity of it. Usually we need to watch out for a drop basically, or a lot of resistance at this level where we anticipate those sells to start driving the price back downwards. Also, buyers expecting that the price will start heading downwards soon. So a lot of buyers will be waiting right now instead of actually just jumping into the market. So that's the main thing right now. Just like Brendan said, 21 EMA on the 4 hour and the 100 EMA on the 1 hour. We can see how we clearly find that support at them every time we actually touch them. But the main thing yesterday, we did break out of this resistance. So we see that buyers stepped in. The main thing is Ethereum going to break above this channel? Right now we can see that the buyers are in. The whole market is all basically on our side. We're seeing a lot of uptrending happen on a bunch of cryptocurrencies, but overall, are we going to downtrend after this, or are we going to continue to go up because we expect this resistance to happen? So could be the fact that it could be a similar scenario to something over here where we're having those higher lows as we move forward. Then Ethereum actually broke out of this macro channel and think it continued to actually go up. So now in terms of a next level, we could be thinking about, let's say when Ethereum right here broke out of this level, we actually went all the way up to here. So if we kind of forecast, let's say if Ethereum breaks out of this level over on this side and we go up, and it looks like it could go all the way up to the 2600 region, which I guess the whole market is basically anticipating.
Right.
26.
Well, I was the first one to call it, by the way. You can check our Twitter, link for that down in the description. I was ringing the alarm bells. I went to my rooftop and I was screaming at people.
I'll give you that.
The cops were called. Look, I was saying $2,600 Ethereum back in these ranges over here. By the way, I just need to say this. I called the exact bottom for Ethereum. I bought the bottom. I longed the bottom. I was telling our people. So like, subscribe, comment, and share, and hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads. And I just want to make things a little bit more clear here. I personally think since the 21 EMA and the 100 EMA on the 1 hour very closely hugs price action in the short term, if we start to break below these two EMAs and this cluster of support here in this volume here, and I think more of an extended pullback is perhaps warranted. As long as we stay above these EMAs, I think in the short term, ETH is still bullish. And yeah, man, I think you're right. So we're in this wedge here, macro wedge, broke out bullishly. The way we do price targets is we will take the height of the wedge, move it to the breakout point being 1860. That brings us to $2,600. As well, we have a Fibonacci extension level lining up perfectly with the height of our wedge right there at $2,600. So I think late April, early May, Ethereum has a good chance of reaching $2,600.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good analysis you got there, bud.
I appreciate that. Well, why don't we take a look at the Ethereum Bitcoin pairing, because we have a few things to say as well. Definitely.
Here. So the main thing I would say right now, Ethereum Bitcoin pair, Yesterday we talked about this zone over here that we were trying to retest. We did break above, and it's a pretty significant zone. We see that the price action is very reactive to. So right now we're above it. Looks like for the past, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a whole week we've been trying to retest it. And if we maybe zoom in here, maybe to the 4 hour, just to see how we're reacting to it. Overall, you can see that buyers stepped in to actually, on Ethereum's price action, and that's being reflected right now on this. And we're seeing that we touched it twice already. We're making those higher lows as we move forward. But I think the main level that we will need to actually break is this over here. Maybe with the wicks. I know you like having the resistance on the wicks, but something over this. Right, so we might see a lot of volatility coming up with Ethereum, which you can see this here on the chart. And I think there's some good things in store right now.
100%. And so whatever way we break out of this range you just described, either like this ascending triangle, or if we zoom out a bit here, basically kind of resistance here at 36.5. In this red box, which is previously resistance, now that we're above, it will act as support. So this kind of being our support level, and this white trend line being our resistance level. So we're kind of in this sideways, either moving channel or ascending triangle. Whatever way we break out of this range will be very telling for understanding what the next move is with Ethereum. If we break out bullishly, and if we can get above this peak in volume, which will act as resistance right above us, kind of like the 37 level, if we can start to get above this trend line and that resistance level, I think that's gonna be a factor that leads to Ethereum pumping. If we find rejection and start to break below back within these ranges here, that's going to be a factor that leads to Ethereum continuing to correct.
Definitely. So right now, just to summarize it for you guys, we threw a bunch of numbers at you, 2 scenarios that can play out. Overall, we are bullish on Ethereum. I think everybody knows that. But overall, the 2 scenarios that can play out. Ethereum just broke out of this resistance on a short term. Are we going to go back to retest this level, continue to go up? Are we going back all the way to the 2075 and continue to go back up? Or are we going back to the 2000 to actually retest that? So that's what we're looking at right now. First scenario, Ethereum goes back to these levels. We have a lot of cushion actually driving us all the way back down with a lot of support that we will find buyers start to step in. Or the more bullish outlook is Ethereum actually breaking out of this within the next couple of days and continue to push back up to the 2600. I think there's a lot of positive sentiment in the market right now. I think buyers are in the market. We see that being reflected in the price action, a lot of higher lows, a lot of support, and we keep retesting those levels 1, 2, 3 times already. So
100%. And if we can break above this channel and this fib level right here, that could be the thing that leads to us having that leg up to $2,600. This is a very, very key level right now. We're right up against this channel wall acting as resistance. We're right up against this fib level acting as resistance. We have a cluster of EMAs below us acting as support, a bit of volume acting as a cushion. So we're within this very, very key area where we're going to soon decide if we trend bullishly or if we find further rejection. If anything interesting happens, we're going to be talking about it in our Discord group. Link to join that is down in the description below. As well, we always talk about Ethereum whenever anything interesting happens. So make sure you stay tuned to this channel. Like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads. Now, should we mention Ethereum Dominance or should we start to wrap up here?
Ethereum Dominance.
Yeah, maybe there's a few things worth...
Sure. Ethereum Dominance right here. Where are we sitting at? We said we're at the 12%. Looks like, overall, I know this whole ascending bullish macro megaphone formation. You keep on... we're going to start come up with our own names on those charts.
Oh, 100%. We should just make them names for patterns.
Yeah. We'll see. Maybe comment in the comment section below. Tell us what you would want.
You shot down my first suggestion for the 3.
Yeah, because it was kind of too much, man. We got a bunch of audience here, man.
I guess.
Overall, we're at a zone right now where we see Ethereum usually starts to dominate more, right? So we did see that happen right now. We're at a bit of a resistance zone right now in terms of Ethereum dominance. This just acts more of a leading indicator, right?
And just confirmation as well.
Exactly.
And if we start to break above these key areas, get above kind of this peak here, then I think we could be more confident that Ethereum is likely to see that bullish continuation.
Definitely. I think it's pretty good. I think it's a pretty good outlook on Ethereum right now. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share, join the Discord to get this analysis pretty quick. instead of YouTube. And
yeah, if you like what we do and you want to support us, join our VIP Discord. You get access through our Patreon. Link for everything is down in the description. Check out our Twitter. You can see how I called the exact Ethereum bottom. There's screenshots, there's timestamps.
Get this guy a cookie, man.
All right, thank you so much for watching, folks. Until next time, take care.
Peace.